Well, here we are. We're moved into the garage, and now it's time to start organizing. As you can see from this giant box in front of me, I have a toolbox. That's going to be step one. Been waiting to get this in for a while now. Wanted to get into the new garage before getting it here because I didn't want to have to move it back and forth. But it's here. It's the 9-drawer Husky toolbox. Picked it up from Home Depot. It's one of the deeper versions to give me more of the workspace on top. It does have wheels. A key part of my organization is going to be keeping everything on wheels and movable so that I can rearrange the workspace as I need. So everything behind me and around the E30 I just dropped into this garage. There's no organization, there's no rhyme or reason to what's in which box and why I put it where I did. So I'll be going through trying to get it a little bit more straight and a little bit more tidy. But the toolbox is the key part to this. We'll get this unboxed probably in the corner on one of the walls, and then from there we'll move out and start organizing some of the other junk that I've filled this garage up with. The difficult part's going to be, I don't know where any of my knives or cutters are, so you got to dig through some stuff to find that to be able to get this open. Kind of cheap pocket knife, or I was going to have to use some wire strippers. Easy. Look at that big reveal. I have seen a lot of internet reviews say these come dinged up or dented, but this one looks pretty good. Yeah, nothing crazy to worry about. I know they'll do returns if you do have a problem with it, but yeah, no marks. Here's the actual information for what I got and the dimensions. There were 2 depths, and I wanted to get the deeper one, like I said, to have more tabletop space. The weight capacity, right now I really don't have enough to ever really worry about reaching those. So that's why I went with the standard duty gauge size. Don't need anything too heavy duty here. But these casters it came with look massive. So we'll go ahead and get these put on the bottom and we'll be able to wheel it around. Instructions say to tip it over to get the casters on. I use some of the packing material to lay it down on. I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to tip it over, but we'll figure it out. Nice and easy. Here we go, casters are back on. Flipping it back upright was pretty tricky, but got it done. Another cool feature on this toolbox, and I swear this isn't an ad, but it has a built-in kind of power strip here with USB cable, so you plug it into the wall and then you get power to your toolbox. I guess to charge whatever you need on top. Ah yes, very organized, very clean. But really, it's a good thing they provided liners. I did not realize that, so I'm glad I didn't buy any extra ones. Time to get these in and start organizing the tools. At this point, I'm ready. It came with the liner, like I said, and I filled up all of the drawers with that. Can't see them, but they're in there. Now it's time to start getting all of the tools in. I'm just gonna start putting stuff in. I'm sure I'll have to reorganize it, but if anybody has favorite toolbox organization tips, please leave that in the comments. So at this point, everything's looking a bit more presentable. We'll ignore my trash pile for now, but now I'll go on a little tour of kind of where everything fell to. First up, I have my roller cart, which I was using for kind of putting the parts and tools on for whatever job I was currently on. The bottom shelf, I have my carbon fiber supplies and some cleaning supplies. Middle shelf has some paints and rags and just kind of miscellaneous items. And then at the top, it's a lot of just various fluids. I don't really like this setup, but for now, without having any more shelving, does the job pretty well. I still have a few things on the top of the new Husky toolbox to put away and find a home for. Some of it's just kind of papers and notes that I have, some old license plates that I plan to hang up. So this corner is definitely still needing a home. And obviously I'm probably not going to leave these emblems up here. This is one cool, it's not an ad for seltzer water, but my coaster that I'm using is an old horn button to an MG. Works pretty nice for that. Top drawer has a little bit of kind of just everything that I would use. So I have, you know, my socket set, wrenches, the socketing wrenches or ratcheting wrenches, just more miscellaneous wrenches, sockets that don't have a home, ratchets over here, just kind of a little bit of everything. Is definitely the drawer that I will be going in and out of the most. Moving down this right hand side, 2 sets of Allen wrenches. Obviously a lot more needs to go in this drawer, and probably more important items than just what I have in here now. Next up are, I guess they're just red handled items. Some interior clips, oil filter wrench, wire strippers, and some specialty clamp tools. I don't know, I guess they got color coded in here together. Next up, some screwdrivers, nut drivers. I don't really know what these are called. Calling this drawer things with handles. Bottom drawer are, let's see, hammer, 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 soft hammer. Just kind of larger things that don't really have much of a home elsewhere. Back to these longer drawers on the left. Safety glasses, pliers, vice grips, channel locks. Nothing. Apparently I need more tools. This is kind of just miscellaneous items. Stud finder, old brake flare kits, sharp things, step bits. Couldn't tell you what's in that box. This one's an extractor bit set. They're not the best. Could use a better version. And finally, the bottom drawer. Again, large items. I have my angle grinder in here. There's a heat gun, vacuum, my flare kit from Eastwood's in there. Torque wrenches are down there, and drills in this bag. Yeah, that kind of wraps up what I have in the toolbox. It's not the perfect organization, and there's still obviously some holes in there, so I could do some rearranging. Last kind of setup that I have here, and I do want to put in a larger shelf. Have some kind of random truck parts and some parts I need to sell on this little shelf. This yellow tote with stuff on top is mainly just old BMW parts. I guess I should say some new BMW parts, but left over that I don't really plan on using immediately. Overflow carbon fiber items, normal carbon fiber items, stack of tires, lip to an E30, and then this is the fab corner. I plan to get a cart for this guy, and probably a fixture table on wheels can kind of go in this spot and come out to the open space of the garage when needed. One other thing I want to point out about the toolbox, I have my creeper, fits perfectly underneath, and it can roll out, and then it just rolls back in for storage. So yeah, that basically wraps up my organization. Let's see if we can point it out on this wall. There's some tape marks for what I would like to put, maybe a shelf on this one. We haven't decided. which wall the shelf will go on, but that'll help organize a little bit more. And like I said, on the far side of the BMW, I think it would be pretty important to put a shelf there just to kind of keep those parts out of the way. And then maybe that'll, where is it? Open my tool cart that has all of the fluids. Those items can then go on that shelf. But yeah, if anybody has garage organization tips, happy to hear them. I think for now, everything's kind of settled in. This is the first pass, and I'm sure as I work in this garage and we're in here more often, I'll find faster ways to find items and need to do some reorganization. But yeah, for now, we're settled in. Looking forward to actually doing some work on the E30 in the garage now that everything's in here and in a starting place. So yeah, thanks for watching.